Hey guys, welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. This is where we review cars and motorcycles. I'm the host for your cars and the Mini does the motorcycles. Today we have a 2018 Porsche Panamera 4. And in today's episode we're going to talk about the car, see some of its cool features. I'll take it out on the road, share my thoughts with you guys, talk about the cost of ownership and assign it a Bhromance score. So don't go anywhere. And before we do that, if you're new to Bhroman, give us a like and click that subscribe button. We put out content every week and your support would mean a lot. It's me, it's your boy Bro, and I am your Broman. So when we talk about Porsche, we think about performance cars like the 911, the Cayman, the Boxster, all of that. But this is the Panamera. So what Porsche did was, with the success of the Cayenne, the SUV, they decided to go and do a sedan, a performance sedan. When the first generation Panamera came out, people didn't like the looks of that car and all of that. For the second generation, starting in 2017, Porsche redesigned the car, gave it some sharp, cool lines. Gone was the hatchback look. It still looks like a Porsche with the long front nose and everything. So yeah, it's a beautiful car. So let's go do a walk around, shall we? Starting from the front of the car, it's got the traditional Porsche headlamps, that traditional Porsche look. I love it. It's neat. On the front you have LED headlamps, LED turn signals and parking sensors all around it. Under the hood it's got a turbocharged 3-liter V6. This puts out 330 horses, 331 foot-pound of torque at 0 to 60 time of under 5 seconds. Not bad for a sedan, huh? Since it's the Panamera 4, it's got all-wheel drive, 19-inch wheels with those big brakes, those huge brakes. This is the key fob for the Porsche, and it looks like a Panamera from the side. And you have buttons for unlock, lock, trunk release. Look at it, it's got that nice roof line, comes down nice below. It has the spoiler too, and you can adjust that spoiler up or down. I have it at the up position. Nice haunches on for the rear wheels. I like it. It tells you it's a Panamera 4, so it tells you a trim level, and it has the dual exhausts. As for your lights, LED lights, it's got those LED lights all the way through. This has the motion sensing trunk release, so take your foot, slide it under there, and boom, it opens right up. Speaking of about the trunk, this has a big spacious trunk, 18 cubic feet of space. I have my equipment in here, a little storage space on each side. It has a little latch here, pick it up. You have a kit to fix a flat tire, the battery there, and then your amplifier. This has a red interior package, so red leather everywhere. On the door you have a nice touch and finish to this door, man. I love it. Contrast stitching, the piano black insert, aluminum door release, the lock and lock button, window controls, and you have a little cubby hole down here. And yes, this is a 4-seater. You can see 2 people in the back, 1 on each side. So without further ado, let's get in, shall we? I'm sitting in the second row of seats. This is very comfortable. Lots of headroom here. As for my legroom, this is plenty of legroom. Plenty. You have vents on these pillars here and here. As for the amenities for the second row of seats, you have your air vents, a little storage space, heated seats, and then a little storage space here. Open this up, you have 2 cup holders and 3 USB power outlets. This little thing in the middle, this is your armrest. Lift it up, you have more storage space. Pretty cool. These seats are nice, man. These are comfortable, deep bucket seats. Comfy. And on the left you have your map lights, coat hanger, and the OSHA handle. So this particular car has the soft close package, so you don't have to slam the door in. All you have to do is just gently push it in and boom, it'll close. Getting into the first row of seats, same thing. I have the key fob on me, put your hand there, boom, opens it right up. You have the same contrast stitching, the piano black insert, aluminum door release latch, your memory seating, lock and lock, window controls, mirror controls, trunk release, and a little storage space down below. Speakers by Bose. The sill plate says it's a Panamera 4. For your seat controls, you have your power seats. You can move them front or back, recline them however you want to, lumbar support, all of that good stuff. I'm not sitting in the driver's seat. Tons of headroom, tons of room on the sides. As for my legroom, I have tons of legroom here. You have your air vents, your light controls. And this looks like a key. So you gotta twist this to turn it on. As for the steering wheel, it's a nice compact steering wheel with the Porsche crest in the middle. You have a couple of these scrolling bars on both sides. Your volume controls, mute button. On the other side is back and your phone controls. In the middle you have the tachometer. That doesn't change. The two screens that you see, the two gauges on either side of that you see, those are electronic gauges and you can scroll through them. Right now it's giving you the outside temperature, speed limit on this side, your speedometer here. On your right, you have your fuel gauge on top. It's telling you how much G-force you're generating, engine temperature, and the compass. For the right hand side, if you use the scroll ball here, it changes. So it'll tell you your drive ratio, is it going to front or back, tire pressure, your vehicle information, drive time, all of that. And it also comes with navigation and it pops up right in the middle of the screen. Use the ball on your left, you would see this screen change, your odometer, the speed limit. And if you look at the bottom of this tachometer, it tells you your speed and which gear you're on. And you have a bunch of warning lights all around that'll come on. Low tire pressure, engine oil, check engine, all of that good stuff. Behind the steering wheel, you have paddle shifters on both sides. And on your right hand side you have the wiper stalk, and on the right and then on the left hand side you have the voice controls, turn signals, and cruise control down below. Now moving on to the center stack, let's go to home. So if you go to the nav screen, you can change, you can go through the menus, you can enter destination, check traffic, all of that. Go to media, you can have a bunch of your media inputs, AM, FM, Sirius XM, whatever you want. You can add favorites and all that fun stuff. For your phone, you can add your phone, pair your phone, whatever. For your car, you have these driving modes. You have your normal, sport, individual. You can turn your auto start stop off, and that's your spoiler button. You can move your spoiler up or down. You can select your suspension. You can have it in normal, sport, or sport plus. Then you have your ambient lighting and all the interior controls. This car comes with massaging seats. You can select all your massaging options and you can select your strength. Pretty cool, and you get it for both driver and passenger. And you also have your owner's manual. But you know, it's much easier to click through stuff than go through a book. So once you put the car in reverse, the camera pops up, and for the camera you have a bunch of options here. You can do a front camera, a rear camera, side camera, panorama front, panorama rear. You can also clean the camera. Coming down below, you have this big air vent here. All of the stuff that you did via touchscreen there, you can access all of that with these like little buttons here. These are not buttons. This is like touchscreen of sorts, but you have to push it. So if you press on car, boom, up pops car. You want climate, up comes climate, and so on and so forth. Coming a little further down below, these are your temperature controls, and you have one on each side for your driver and passenger. Then you have your seat controls, heated and cooled, your defrosters, driving mode, suspension, and traction control. This is your little shift lever. You have a button for park, and then you got to push it upwards to put it in reverse, neutral, and drive. Parking brake, and then what's here, you ask? Open it up. You have a cigarette lighter or 12-volt power outlet, and a little ashtray. Yeah, these two cup holders here. What's weird about it is that these two cup holders are of different sizes. This is a little smaller than the one at the back. Kind of weird. This is your center console. To access that, press the button on the side. It opens it up. Not a big storage space. Decent enough, I guess. A little bit. Cool. You have two sections. There's one little section here and one here. They're both kind of small, but not bad. USB outlets here. And as for the glove compartment, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. You have your CD players. It's time for some throttle therapy. Let's go! If you're new to Bhroman, give us a like and click that subscribe button. We put out content every week and your support would mean a lot. This is the view of the cockpit. Visibility is awesome. Let's do our little pull test and see how this puppy pulls. Ah, yeah, boy! It's a Porsche for sure. That all-wheel drive system makes sure that the tires don't spin. There's no wheel spin. It just launched, and this is without the launch control. So this is a sports car trying to be a sedan, trying to act all responsible and stuff. It's just like the Boxster I reviewed. The steering feels really good. The tires are super sticky. The all-wheel drive does its job. You have tons of grip. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's go down to normal mode. Now in normal mode, you feel the car calming down a little bit. It's nice and calm and composed now. Now we're not being crazy, we are being normal. So this car also has the lane assist, the blind spot monitoring, and those parking sensors all around. If it senses you crossing over the lines, it makes a sound. So is this a good car for commuting or daily driving? Yeah, it is. It's a sedan. Now, even though it's a sedan, it's a 4-seater, it's not a 5-seater. At least in this configuration, there is a 5-seater available. Porsche claims an 18 miles per gallon city, 28 miles per gallon highway for the fuel economy, so it should be just fine as a commuter. There's enough space. You can seat 4 adults comfortably, good amount of trunk space as well, and it's fun to drive. Is it a good family hauler? Well, it's as good a family hauler that a sedan can be. If you really want a family hauler where you want to lug around a lot of stuff and a lot of folks in it, you're gonna go the SUV route. If you're getting a sedan, yeah, you can put 4 people in this car, and it has a good enough amount of storage space in the trunk, but it's not like a SUV or mid-size SUV or anything like that. So yeah, this could do a decent job as a family hauler. Now, how would this car be on road trips? This is gonna be a fun road trip car. It's got that audio by Bose. The drive is so comfortable. The suspension is soft if you put it in normal. The car drives really well. The steering is amazing. You have a good amount of legroom and headroom for 4 adults in this car. That was really surprising to me. Yeah, you should be good for road trips in this car as well. Well, what about the cost of ownership? The Panamera requires a service every 10,000 miles or 1 year, whichever comes first. And that service at your local Porsche dealer should cost you about $350. The tires on these cars should last you anywhere between 30 to 40,000 miles. A lot of it is going to depend upon how you drive. A set of tires should run you about $1,600. So over a 2-year period, assuming you drive 15,000 miles a year, you would need 3 services and a set of new tires. That's a total cost of $2,650. Divided by the number of days, it's about $3.60 a day. Let's assign it a score, shall we? Don't let its looks fool you. This is still a Porsche at heart, and when you usually think of something that's practical and yet sporty, you would think that they're gonna compromise on the sporty part for it to be practical. Not this one. This car drives really well. It's got the kick of a Porsche. It handles like a Porsche. The steering is awesome. The ride quality is awesome. It's quite spacious inside. You have a good amount of storage space. It's very good on gas for its category. It's got tons of technology, tons of features, and in my opinion, it looks pretty cool too. Is this the car for you? Well, head on down to your closest Porsche dealer and take one for a spin and see how you feel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.